Hey Keon, what's up, man? I'm going to try and help you through that homework problem we had last night. Was it number 21 or something like that? I got Miss McKay to show me what's going on, so I'm going to show you what's going on. And our problem, I think, hopefully you can see this all right. I guess I can move this closer. I think our problem was set up something like this. F of 0 equals 2, and then F of 2 equals 4. And we're trying to plug it in and solve it using, see if I can get this thing to tilt up, this y equals mx plus b thing up here. So she gave me some help, and I think it's going to make sense for you here. So really, when you get these pieces, like the f0 equals 2, what those really are your ordered pairs for graphing. So really what we've got here is a 0, 2. And the first one is our x, the second one is y, and since this is our first x, we'll call it x1, and our first y, we'll call it y1, like that. Down here we've got our second ordered pair. We've got our x, which is the first number right after that, so that's our x, is going to be 2, and our y is going to be 4. And we'll call these, since they're our second ones, x2 and y2. So that's the setup of it. What we've got to figure out is the slope of this equation that we've got here. Hold on a second, Keon. All right, I'm back, Keon. And what we're going to do with this, our x1, y1, x2, y2, is we're going to solve for the slope, plug that into the equation, and we're going to be good to go. The thing that was tripping us up yesterday is we couldn't figure out what the 0 and the 2 and where they went, what they were supposed to be, the 2 and the 4. Turns out, again, this is the x value right there, and x1 because it's our first one. That's the y value, and y1 because that's our first y, and x2, y2 like that. So to solve for slope, which is m, so in that formula, y equals mx plus b, this is the slope. We've got to do this. The formula for it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Right, so all we're going to do now is we're going to substitute in numbers for those. So our y2, when I substitute stuff in, is 4 minus our y1, which is 2. So 4 minus 2 over, there's our over sign, so we're going over, which means divide. x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 0. And when you do this math, 4 minus 2 gets you 2, and 2 minus 0 gets you 2, and 2 over 2 is equal to the whole number 1. So our m in this problem is 1. So it looks like this now. We've got y equals 1x plus b is our y-intercept, and we're always going to use our y1 value right there for our x-intercept, so plus 2. And I think that Miss McKay probably taught you that when the coefficient here is a 1, you don't really need it, which is one of the reasons why we were struggling, because we came up with a number, but it didn't go there. So the solution to this looks like that. Another way to write that would be the function of x equals 1x plus 2, and really, because it's a 1, you don't need it. So that's the solution we're looking for here. And to walk you through it one more time, to get the slope, there's the formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And you can see how we carried it out here. 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. And then you can do the math. 2 divided by 2 gets you 1. So that's where we came up with that one number. That one number is your m, which is your slope right there. Plug that into your equation, and you get y equals 1x plus your first y-intercept. So b is really equal to b equals y1. So whatever your y1 value is what gets plugged in for that, and that's where that 2 came from. So I think, Keon, that gets you where you need to be. If it doesn't, send me a text or a message or whatever, and I'll get you the rest of that information. Thanks, man.